Hi guys, welcome to our van conversion series. In this series we are converting a Mercedes Benz Sprinter into a campervan for our outdoor family adventures. In this episode we are laying the groundwork for the van conversion to come. We remove side panels and bulkhead in the cargo bay. Also we do some rust removal in the cargo bay. We remove some leakage by sealing the side trims of the Mercedes Sprinter. We do the soundproofing. And we have a window installed in the sliding door. And as a disclaimer, this is the first time we ever did a van conversion. There is no one way to convert a campervan, we are just showing you our way. So hopefully our experiences will help you converting your own van. The first thing we did was removing the plywood panels from the walls and the floors. Most of the panels were actually in pretty good shape, so we decided to keep them to reuse in the upcoming build. Was a good thing too, because we used them on several occasions, so that was pretty good. And there was an incredible amount of screws to remove. It's just something that has to be done. So what I'm doing here is marking the side panels just in case that we need to know where they were from, if we wanted to reuse them in whatever kind of way we saw fit. Don't be fooled by these few minutes of video, this is actually a lot of work. Getting all of the side panels out took us at least a day and an evening. A lot of the screws were rusted in place, they broke off or whatever happened, so it was all of those little things that made it a lengthy, tiresome project. Removing the bulkhead was pretty tough as well. A lot of the bolts were rusted in place, so that made them very hard to remove. Also, the space between the bulkheads and the seats are very tight, so you have to make room to work. In the end, I just used some force to pull the bulkheads down. We were not gonna reuse them anyway. After we had removed the floor panels, there was a lot of dust and some rust in a few places. We sanded the rusty spots and cleaned them with water mixed with alcohol again, and then covered all the spots in a thick layer of hammerite primer. We used the hammerite primer with this ugly color because we knew once we have the new walls and the new floors installed, you're not gonna see those spots ever again. And just to be safe on the walls, we also treated all the screw holes that were left in place after removing the side panels. Then a huge unforeseen project that set us back weeks in our planning. The side panels were leaking on the inside of the van. The source of these leakages were not obvious at first, but after some research it turned out a Mercedes Sprinter is notorious for leaking in the side trim panels. There was a great video of BlackRock outfitters we used to determine the source of the leakages and a way to solve it. I will link this video in the comments. In the end, all the side trim panels had to come off. We took all of the plastic clips off and thoroughly cleaned everything, and then we had to put them all back again with silicone sealant to glue the clips back into place. Hopefully to never leak again. And what baffled us even more, there were actually holes in the side of the van that were just covered by a sticker. If the sticker gets old, they just fall off. So in our case, mostly they were missing, or basically we could just peel them off. To plug the holes, we cut out some plastic patches. We did this with transparent plastic so we could see and double check if the sealant got distributed fully to make it watertight. So if you have a Mercedes Sprinter van, double check the side panels just to be sure you don't have any leakages. So next on the list is sound deadening of the walls, roof and wheel wells. First we cleaned all the surfaces with alcohol mixed in water. And next we started installing the Dodo mat hex roll. These panels you can simply cut, peel and stick to the walls. And as long as you have about 70% of the surface covered, the soundproofing effect is achieved. A great video on sound deadening is made by Virgoe. I will link his video in the comments. We installed the Dodo mat while it was very cold outside, so we put a heater in the van to heat up the Dodo mats. There's a butyl compound in there, so when you heat it up it gets a little softer and easier to use, so applying the mats to the walls was much easier. And as we've seen in other van conversion videos, we decided to cover the wheel wells in Dodo mat completely. This is one source of a lot of noise, so if you want sound deadening anywhere, it's on your wheel wells. Another project was replacing the single seat we had with the double one. As we are a family of 3, it's great to have all 3 of us sit in the front of the van while we are on holiday. Removing the seat was pretty easy, the bolts came out really quick. Of course, we had to cut the floor mat to size with the new double seat in place, and luckily the chassis was prepared with factory made screw holes, so we only had to purchase the right bolts at a local Mercedes Benz dealer. Then we bolted in the double seat without any problem. Now it looks like the seat has always been there, although the blue color is a dead giveaway. So the last project of this video is installing a window in our sliding door. We decided we were not ready to cut a huge hole in our van ourselves, and the service station at which we purchased the window would install the window for a modest price. Now it turned out only to be a 12-minute job, but this was a true professional at work with the right tools. This would have taken us at least a whole day to get right. So the hole was cut, the edges were trimmed, a primer was applied to the inside of the window, a thick layer of adhesive was placed on the sliding door, and the window was pushed in and held in place by some tape. All in all, it was about a 30-minute wait and I could just drive the van out of there. So this is where I'll end this video. So thanks for sticking around, and we hope you have gotten some useful information for your own van conversion. We'll see you in the next installment of this van conversion series. Thank you for visiting our channel.